Just representation. That's all people want, representation. That's it. The first thing people like to jump at when like dark-skinned women talk about colorism and all of that, they automatically jump to this narrative of black women, dark-skinned women being insecure or self-hating. Welcome, beautiful people. I am Chev. If you're new to this channel, welcome to this Jamaican and extended Caribbean and African family. If you're new, make sure you are subscribed down below. Now for today's video, I'm going to be doing a chit chat, get ready with me. I will be doing my makeup first, and then I'm going to be styling my natural hair. So for today's chit chat video, I will be talking about colorism, specifically in the Caribbean. Did I say that Caribbean? I say that like American, or somebody else said the Caribbean. We say Caribbean. Other people say Caribbean. So basically what this video idea came about was an incident that I experienced on Twitter. So you guys know the Don't Rush challenge that everyone has been doing for this past couple of weeks. Like, it's been going a couple of weeks. So it started off with some a group of African girls. I know you guys probably saw the first video. So, you know, black women, like, we killed that shit. Did you guys see that Nigerian one? Like, it literally brought tears to my eyes because they ate. Okay, ate it. And also I saw one with doctor, like all black that one made me teary. To see all female black doctors, surgeons, different type of doctors. I saw a dermatologist. I need to know who she is because I need a dermatologist, and I specifically really would want like a black dermatologist, like, you know, like, damn. Anyways, so I saw a Jamaican one, Grenada. We saw different types of Caribbean Don't Rush challenge, and Simba, that's my boyfriend, he was like, we definitely need a Caribbean version to the Don't Rush challenge. So I don't know many people from different islands. I know a few personally, but not like to get the whole Caribbean. And plus, to get Twitter is like 2 minutes and 20 seconds long in how the video could be. So it's like, okay, the Caribbean has over 20 islands, well over 25, I think. We can't do all the islands because it can't fit. So he put out a tweet to like ask for some girls from different islands. Obviously everybody's not gonna see tweets at the exact same time, so we didn't get like a lot of girls. So in total for our video, we only had like 11 countries. So we put out the video, and then obviously people are gonna see that some of the major islands or countries weren't in there. Like Haiti wasn't in the first one, St. Lucia wasn't in the first one, St. Vincent and the Grenadines wasn't in the first one, Guyana wasn't in the first one. So we had a lot of missing countries. So it was like, okay, we're definitely gonna need to do a part 2 with the other islands because we don't want anybody to feel left out. And obviously if I go on there and I don't see my country as being part of the Caribbean, I'm like, where are we at? But then again, it's who you know. If I don't know the people, it's really hard to like get. Why does my makeup look orange? So everyone came, retweeted, yo, it's so cool that we get like multiple islands in one video. And you know, like with Twitter videos, like when they get like a lot of retweeting and stuff like that, it gets really annoying. So I muted the tweet for a bit because I'm like, you know what, this shit killing my battery. So anyways, when I go back on there, like I'm just like retweeting, quoted replies, all of that, and then this one stood out to me. So she goes, anyone else notice Cayman was the most diverse one of all these videos? Okay, that's her opinion. Being on YouTube, you know, you're used to like different views and opinions of people. Like, that's cool. Like, I'm used to that. Like, people have different opinion. That's fine. If you don't like a hairstyle that I wear, I say like it's a good thing you're not wearing it, I'm wearing it. Like, it's okay if you don't like something that I am doing. That's fine. Like, that's your opinion. But like, you're talking about 11 countries in that video versus yours. So that's like millions of people, representation of people compared to your island. Okay, like that's her opinion, that's fine. So now I didn't see Cayman's Don't Rush challenge. I did not see one miss with this challenge. Like the women and the men, because I saw some men one too, they killed it. Okay, we like, listen, tears to my eyes, we were killing it. So I'm like, okay, I haven't seen Cayman's video as yet. You know, let me check it out, because remember, she came on she quoted my tweet on my page. Tweet said Cayman was the most diverse of all these videos. Okay, I'm like, let me see Cayman then, because you opened the door for me to see it. You know what I'm saying? And remember, I was retweeting and liking all different quoted replies so that people on my timeline could see it. So obviously other people will see this tweet as well. So I go on her page, because I did not see the Cayman version at all. I'm assuming she obviously retweeted it, so it would be there. So I click on the Cayman video. I'm like, wow, these women are beautiful. However, remember, we're talking about, she said hers is the most diverse. Like, she opened that door, because I didn't care. I didn't care for your video. I didn't care for anything else but to see women win. You opened the door for me to look and see what this diversity speak of. Like, you made a direct comparison above my video that yours was better. So I went to look. So now looking at this diverse video, I couldn't help but notice was very majority and very heavily light skin, non-visibly black women. So I'm assuming they're not black. Some of them aren't black women. I'm assuming, I don't know. And I could count 4 dark-skinned girls. I didn't say anything at first. Like, I let it stay, because I'm like, huh? She said her video. What? You know, like when you're puzzled and you gotta sit on something for a minute, like to just analyze. Like, she literally said anyone else noticed Cayman was the most diverse one out of all these videos. And you're like, diverse for who? Like, what? Remember, I didn't care for your video. Like, I didn't care for it. Like, as I said, like, all women won. There's no need for a comparison. There's no need to compare. Like, it was literally just a fun challenge for everybody. But you made a direct comparison. You literally belittled the group of women in this video to say yours was better. Like, for what? For why? For what? For why? And then it's just like, looking at the video, I'm like, puzzle, like, diverse? Like, do we even know what that word means? So I'm like, she definitely can't be talking about body type, because we had women of all ranges of body type, and so did their video. So I'm like, what the hell is she talking about? Because body type can't be it. So what are you saying? Are you saying there wasn't enough light-skinned girls in our video? Because that was the only difference, is that ours was heavily black women. Man, is it that you're saying like this can't be the representation for the Caribbean? Is that that was what I came to? So I didn't say anything at first, because you know, sometimes you be careful with the interaction you have. Sometimes I answer people because I just can. You come at me, I'm going to respond. You can take the response however you want, because you opened that door. You opened the door, so I'm going to respond. So initially I didn't, and then there were some people that saw the tweet and they were responding to her like, how can you say you're one country being more diverse than the whole Caribbean as a representation for the whole Caribbean? That's not what the whole Caribbean look like. Like, you can Google this, you can literally go to the Caribbean and see this, that we're heavily majority black, and you have obviously you have different mixes. Remember, the Caribbean is many one people. You have the Chinese, you have Indian descendants, you have Portuguese descendants, you have Dutch descendants, French, like you have Spanish, you have everything in the Caribbean. But when you see Caribbean women, majority are of African descent. And then you have the other groups of people, but it's heavily black people. That's not cap. Google it, go see it, you see it. We are a mixture of people. And then it just brings me back to like when you look at like these beauty competitions, like before the last few years where you've seen actually representation of dark-skinned women representing different Caribbean countries. Before that, it was like all the representation for Jamaicans and Trinidadians and different type of group of people. When you look at it on the bigger stage, it was like light-skinned women like were at the forefront. It's like, are we saying like this is just the standard of beauty? This is what represents us? Like, you couldn't see yourself in a lot of the Miss Universe, Miss World, all of them patterns. Like, you really couldn't. And then for you to come on here seeing that it was majority black women and be like, oh, it was, yours was more diverse with all these light-skinned women, like, you literally opened that door for people to go and look for themselves, because nobody was saying anything, nobody cared to say anything. It was just like a uplifting thing, and then you made it something completely different. Like, you literally, she opened that door. So people were going back and forth and they're like, what are you talking about diversity? Like, you know, like it's real upsetting. And like, the first thing people like to jump at when like dark-skinned women talk about colorism and all of that, they automatically jump to this narrative of black women, dark-skinned women being insecure or self-hating. Why is that always the first thing you jump to when we talk about representation and unfair playing field? It's just real sad. It's hella annoying and it's sad. Minding my own business, you know, and she come bother me. Like, me never see her, she come bother me. As I said, like, sometimes with being an influencer, you don't really want to like jump into things directly. You just let other people deal with it. So like, I was telling my friend, she basically voiced how I was feeling under the tweet. So she said, you're a colorist and the abundance of melanin makes you uncomfortable, and there were women of all body types, so what you're saying don't even make sense. That's how I was feeling. Literally, the only thing that you could say was different is the amount of melanin in that video compared. Like, listen, like, I hate that. Why we gotta compare? Like, why you just be one? Like, why you gotta compare? Nobody asked for this. Came on Twitter. Came now. Yo, I feel like I'm not doing my makeup well. I feel like I missed something. So this girl came and she's like, if you're so busy looking for a problem to push your opinion into, you'd realize she was speaking on diversity. Your first sentence is hence invalid. Your issue with her statement wasn't color or body type, just that it wasn't your country stable. What? It wasn't. Like, she said Cayman video was the most diverse she's seen because Cayman wasn't your country. Like, nobody cares. What? There was literally a part 2 of the video coming where Cayman was in it. She mean it wasn't your country? Who was your country? Cayman. Nobody cared for the video. Like, nobody cared. Like, nobody had anything to say until you opened the door about diversity. Like, we were all uplifting each other. I like liked, we talked about the Jamaican and different type of country videos, and then you come with your comparison and then saying we're upset because Cayman wasn't our country. Their whole Twitter was going at it. So, you know, like, I'm like, no. Like I'm about to step in right now, okay? Because y'all, let me step in real quick, because you know you gotta hold your Jamaican in, you know, because if me ever did for let loose on them people, yeah, you know, man, somebody have to just have to relax. So I said the girl made, meaning the first girl, made a direct comparison by belittling the post to push why yours was better. And then I go, multiple people have seen where the difference was mostly in skin color, and for you to call a dark-skinned woman crusty ass as a form of disrespect further proves what she said. So in a separate tweet, she was like, people having a lot of time on their hands, she can go with her crusty ass. Now listen here. Listen. You see, when that crusty ass touched me, because you know, you've heard people call people crusty ass, but when it's like a non-black woman called a black or dark skinned woman crusty, roach, or anything like that, we're not having it. I am not. No ma'am, I am not having it. It's not a balanced playing field. I could say crusty ass to another black girl or whatever, and we go back and forth at it, but for a non-black person, you see the difference where it's like, no, it becomes something completely different. I don't care how you want to take it, but it comes off completely different. And then she was on her page talking about bitch, bitch please, blah blah blah. So they resorted in the name calling. We were over here minding our own business, and you open that door like what? And then saying stay blessed, you're mad, blah blah blah. Like what? Then they changed the narrative to we're hating on their video. You did that. Like nobody cared. Say what you had to say on your own time. Like listen, I don't have that big of a Twitter following, so I see things and I'm gonna respond to things. You know what I'm saying? Like you did that. Like nobody asked for that, but you did. Like nobody cares if that's how Cayman looks. Like if there is mostly mixed women and then some black people, like if that's how your society look, that's fine. Like nobody, like how is anybody gonna argue with that? Nobody's arguing with that. What people were arguing about was that you said the word diverse. You said yours was more diverse, and if you were going to use Cayman's video as a representation of the Caribbean girl, like it wasn't it. Promise you that is not what my Caribbean looks like. That's not what I look like when I go outside. Like you could have just said, oh my god, I love how our video is, but you had to literally you had to caption over a video filled with dark-skinned women or different shades of black women and be like, this ain't it. As I said, when you're in a conversation on Twitter and then someone likes a tweet that someone else says, but you're in that thread, it's gonna pop up in your notification. So yesterday or the next day, I get a notification of somebody like liking the conversation. Like we're done with the conversation, right? I don't care if they're over there on their side of Twitter just ranting, calling us bitches and all of that. Like I don't care what you're doing over there. Like if that was floats your boat and that's how your society is, like that's on you. I don't care. So I'm seeing that it's someone from Cayman Twitter that's liking the tweets that the girl was saying, so it's popping up in my notification. So I clicked on her page. I didn't really care, but I'm like, what? It's like a whole, sorry, I'm like, it's a whole damn 24 hours. Like why is this still going on? Like I ain't got time for this. So I go on that girl's page and look at, like, you know, you just scroll a little bit, like what is going on? So it looks like they were still going about it, but I'm like, ain't no way this is the same thing these people are talking about. So I saw this tweet and it goes, I missed a whole lot on Twitter yesterday. Don't even realize there was a whole ass argument about the video Cayman girls did. It took a few light-skinned girls to see the self-hate and insecurities. A whole ass argument about Cayman video. First of all, nobody was saying anything about your video. We didn't even see it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even see it until somebody made a comment about yours being more diverse, and then I saw the video. So the conversation, because she said arguing, ain't nobody having no argument with nobody. They're the ones calling people bitches and all of that. I ain't engaging with the name calling and all of that. It's either she's saying that or she's saying the most diverse out of all the Caribbean different versions that she's seen. One country with less than, I don't even know what's the population in Cayman, but one country versus a video with 11 different countries. So she's saying, so I don't know what the narrative they had going on over there. I don't know if they saw what the initial tweet was that led to this whole thing, or they were just running with whatever they want to run with. So, and then the next thing is, you remember like I said in the beginning that as soon as black dark-skinned women voice something, it automatically turns into the narrative of us being self-hating and insecure. And for you to say that, it comes off as saying you're better, and because you're better, we feel insecure. I don't know what the hell I gotta feel insecure about, boo. Because God ain't made no mistake on me. This melanin and this chocolate is all of that and everything. Okay, this 4B, 4C type here is everything. And I don't need to belittle another woman to realize my beauty. That's what you're giving off, to jump to that conclusion as soon as possible, as opposed to acknowledging that there is some type of inequality in the society, in our society, to show the disadvantage and the lack of representation of dark-skinned women. Instead of just saying that and acknowledging it, you jump to we're feeling insecure because we're not the poster people, we're not the forefront. This could be just about that little thing. So I was on Instagram scrolling and I went on a couple West Indian pages and I saw that their video was reposted. Going into the comment section, I saw that a lot of people under the post were talking about, there's a whole lot of light skin this and that. So there was a whole discussion about that, and I'm like, these videos and the creation of these videos are about who you know. So if it is that's their friend group, or if this is what their society mostly looks like, because the girl literally said their society is Spanish, this, that, mixed. She said a handful of mixed and some black women. So if that's what their society looks like, that's what their society looks like, and you can't argue with how somebody's society look like. But when you put like the country's flag on it, or to say like this is Jamaica's version, this is Cayman's version, this is Barbados' version, this is Guyana's version, you're showing Twitter and Instagram and the world what your society looks like. So people are under like, this is not representation of the Caribbean, why is it so heavy, light skin, blah blah blah. So people are going as it under that Instagram post, and I was just like, and then there was this Guyana video where people are saying like there was only one black girl in there and all East Indian women. If you know Guyana, you know there's a mixture of different types of ethnicity and race and all of that in Guyana. So people are like, why is it so heavily East Indian girl and only one black girl? Like, that's not a true ratio of the people in Guyana. So in all, what I want to say about that whole thing is, it's very sad and unfortunate that you made it a comparison type of thing, and that you felt to turn the narrative to your self-hating and you're insecure. And it just seems very familiar. Black women, especially dark-skinned women, it's like we're literally at the bottom of society's chain. Like literally the bottom. They say the most disrespected women are black women. The most mistreated people in society are black women. Instead of just calling out people about like, oh, why it has to be a dark skin versus light skin thing. Like, it really doesn't. Like, nobody wants that. Like, black people are in all hue shades. When you look inside your own family, you see different shades of black, different shades of people, different ethnicity of people. But like when we go out into the workforce, or we go out into like just see marketing and how they push this other narrative and lack of representation of a particular group of people, like it's visible. Like the only reason why it's talked about is because it is visible. I see a lot of like TikTok videos on that. We see it in YouTube with different hair companies, what they choose to put at the forefront of selling their products. We see representation. That was one of the reasons why I created a YouTube channel, because I want it to be out there for little like girls like me that are out there that go to scroll to find different hairstyles for people with 4B, 4C type hair, but not just long hair but short hair, people with scalp issues like myself, having issues with maintaining certain type of health because of eczema and different skin issues that affect mostly black people. Like, I wanted to make sure that I'm on here so that I could be some type of representation of people like me. So it fills my heart up so much when I see a comment from people saying, finally I found someone like me, I found someone with hair type like me, I found someone with eczema on the scalp like me. Like, just representation. That's all people want, representation. That's it. If there's representation, there's no need for this conversation. Okay, now my makeup is complete. I need to style my hair. So I did these like twist thingy-majig flat twist in my hair maybe like 2 days ago, because I did like a deep treatment wash and I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna like leave my hair out because my hair like really needs some moisturizing in this quarantine, honey. Like it really need it. Okay guys, so this is what my hair is looking after I remove the twist out, and yeah, I could leave it like this. However, my go-to hairstyle is an updo, so I'm just gonna try to attempt to do a little updo to give it some sass and flair. Okay guys, now this is the end of the video. My completed makeup look and my go-to updo natural hairstyle, and yeah, that's that on that. Let me know what you guys think of these type of chit chat get ready with me by doing my makeup and my hair. Maybe I'll throw a little outfit in there next time. If you want to see my shirt, this is how my shirt is looking. I got this shirt from my boo. Simba bought me this shirt. Okay, like yeah, so as I said, if you want to see more videos like this, let me know. If you want to have more discussion like get ready with me. So this is for my black queens. Remember, you are beautiful, you are wholesome, you are everything. You are a queen. You are of the blood, you are the blood of royalty. You are the descendant of warrior kings and queens. You are all that. Okay, don't let anybody ever take that away from you. Don't let anybody belittle you. Don't let anybody make you feel insecure or inadequate because of who you are. We just want for a representation of all of us in the society. That's all that's needed. There's no need to belittle one in order to uplift another. It's not going to help anyone if the inequality is not recognized, but instead it is viewed as an insecurity and make people feel less of themselves. Let's not do that. Let's not compare or compete when there is food on the table for us all. There's literally enough room for us if we just make that room. I will always be here for the representation of my 4B, 4C type queens, my 4 type queens overall, natural hair with scalp issues, how we can help each other out. Remember, I am always here. You can always count on me to be here to represent you. And that is all that I have for you guys today. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter at damn.chev. And also, if you guys want to see the Caribbean version to the Don't Rush Challenge, I'll leave the link to both part 1 and part 2 of that video. Everybody else that couldn't fit in the first one was in the second one. And I must say, yes, I did contribute to that one by editing. So I know them group of people must be upset to be quoted that, yes, blah, 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 blah. And the same girl that we're trying to be in this argument with was the one who helped to bring it all together. Ain't that some shit? Anyways, and that is all that I have for you guys today. Go on, big up on yourself. Bye guys. Mwah.